Thanks for joining the Soarcast, where we talk about drones, manned aircraft, and satellites, and how they relate to geospatial products found on the Soar platform. Today, Darren Smith of Soar is joined by Mathias Hoffner, drone ambassador and winner of the Soar to Win drone photo competition. So tune in and hear about his experience as a drone photographer.
All right, so hello everyone, this is Darren from Soar, and we have a great opportunity to interview Mathias Hoffner, and he won the Soar to Win drone photo competition on Soar. And so right now, everybody introducing Mathias. Mathias, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Oh, great. Well, thanks for joining us today. And this is just a quick interview to let everyone know, introduce you, and let everyone know how you aced the competition. And we have some non-serious questions. So we know who you are. What do you do when you're not flying drones?
I'm studying marketing and sales bachelor. So I'm actually done here in end of this year. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, of course. I can sympathize with that. Tell us, how did you hear about Soar?
So I followed Ready Set Drone on YouTube, and that was actually the first time I saw this Soar competition, and I thought it looks really cool, and yeah, I considered the opportunity to enter in this competition. So I went for it, and luckily I won. So that was great.
Actually, I'm going to just queue up on the screen. You can't see it, but of course I can see it. So maybe you can just describe it to me. But it's the image of yours that we chose as the winner. So it's the overhead of the canyon and the river flowing through it.
Yeah.
So maybe you could just tell us a little bit about this shot, I guess from memory. How long did it take you to get this shot? And after you took it, did you think it was really good?
So me and my girlfriend, we went to a trip to Iceland because she's also from Iceland. So we rent a car and drive all around Iceland. And then we stopped at this place, and yeah, I took up my new drone that I just got before we traveled to Iceland. And yeah, then I flew around and tried to make some shots also down below these cliffs, and at the end I actually took it up to the limit and just took a top-down image, and I didn't actually realize the pictures how good it was before I went back to the base. So yeah, it was nice to see when we came back that it was that awesome.
Yeah, well, for sure. I think you made a good point, because a lot of times, well, you don't know how good an image is until you come back and look at it on your screen.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Sometimes top-down shots are awesome, even though they don't look that awesome from the, I guess from your. Do you use a tablet screen, or do you use your phone screen when you're flying your drone?
Yeah, I use my phone. So.
Yeah. Another thing that I'm showing on my screen is your Instagram profile, and man, you're doing really well. I think by your own admission, you would have started this Instagram profile this month.
Yeah, so actually I started from a few months ago, but I haven't used it, so I haven't uploaded photos. I started uploading photos here for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. So
yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, before we get on to the semi-serious questions, I wanted to just show everyone a little bit of your Iceland movie. So I couldn't play the whole thing, but honestly, when I was watching this, I wanted to cry. It was so awesome. So we're just going to watch maybe 20, 30 seconds of this because, I think it's awesome. Yeah, that's a great video, and I feel bad about turning it off. Want to keep watching it, but if anybody wants to watch it, you can go on to Mathias's Instagram profile, which is on Drone by Hoffner on Instagram, and then there's a link to that video. Okay, so now we're getting to the semi-serious questions. Have you ever lost your drone?
Actually, yes. It's quite embarrassing, but yeah, I have. For 1.5 years, I lived in Sydney for 4 months, and I bought a Mavic Pro down there. So I went for the Blue Mountains. It's a huge place, and I wanted a shot of this very beautiful waterfall. And the sun was brightening on my screen, so I couldn't see. So I tried to find some cover so I could see my screen. So I didn't look at the drone. And while I'm flying backwards, I fly into a high cliff with a lot of trees and never found it. So that was hard way learning.
Yeah, that's a sad story. Well, it's good to know that you have I think you have a Mavic 2 Pro now. Is that correct?
Yeah, and then Mavic Air. So
okay, my next.
I've learned a lot of that. So always keep eyes on the drone.
Well, that's really good, because I was going to ask you what's the most important skill as a drone photographer, and I think you just answered that question.
Yeah, always look at it. So
I have another question, very unserious question. Why is the DJI Phantom White and the DJI Mavic Gray?
Maybe something, with a Mavic you travel with it, so it can get a little bit scratchy, and I don't know, if it's white, then it's more visible to your eye if it's white. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think you have a good point about wear and tear. Okay, so I think this will be the last question because it's probably the serious question. But are you aware of what a drone swarm is? That's when they take 10 or 20 drones and they program them all, and they either fly them using the same interface or they can all just fly. So I guess like when you see the light shows.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say your drone was in a drone swarm and they all crash except for your drone. What would you do?
I'll be happy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think I would just be happy that my drone was involved in the crash. So, and I will take it down immediately. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's all the non-serious questions I have for today, Mathias. And so thanks for participating in our competition, and also thanks for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing more of your shots on Soar. So thanks, Mathias.
Thank you.
And that's all we have time for today. Tune in to our next Soarcast for more discussion on geospatial products and imagery found on Soar.